This was no ordinary start to the inquiry.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Estefan, here they are.
A show of notebooks and diaries on Grenfell that have not been seen publicly until now.
There are in fact 8 daybooks.
They belong to a manager of the tower's landlord, the Kensington and Chelsea Tenant Management Organisation, who ran the council's housing. Peter Madison will appear tomorrow.
Do you know what these are?
But today's witness was even more shocking about her own Grenfell notes, admitting she put them in the bin after the fire.
Yes, I left the TMO in May 18 and I binned all of them but the last one.
A surprising admission that prompted an interruption from the inquiry chairman.
So then you said you binned them, is that right?
I didn't keep them.
Well, what did you do with them?
I think if the police didn't take them, I binned them.
You binned them, even though you knew by that time that there was going to be, or was already on foot, a public inquiry?
I believe I looked at them and they were notes.
The questioning then turned to the police, who are conducting Grenfell's criminal investigation.
Have you ever informed the Metropolitan Police that you had destroyed documents which were relevant to their investigation?
No, I didn't.
Why's that?
Because it's not occurred to me. Today is the first time that I've ever really had a conversation about this.
KARIM MUSSILHY's uncle was one of the 72 who died in the tower. What's your reaction to today's events?
I'm just completely angry and outraged and just frustrated with all of this now because, you know, it's been nearly 3.5 years. All the TMO have had to think about is Grenfell. And then, you know, a year after the fire, you've then deleted this evidence. I'm sorry, it doesn't sit with me that you were just clearing your desk, you know? But also the police have some serious questions to ask. Were they collecting evidence properly? How is it a year after the fire she still has evidence that the police don't have? How has that come to happen?
The inquiry is now looking at the notebooks they do have, which cover 300 pages and could include minutes of meetings that the inquiry say were secret between the TMO and the constructors Ryden. Peter Madison will begin his evidence tomorrow morning, and the inquiry has already said the first thing they'll ask him is why it's taken 40 months after the fire to reveal he had these notebooks. In a statement, the Metropolitan Police told us they're aware of today's events at the inquiry and say they will seek to establish facts to see if a criminal offence may have been committed.
Rags, just how serious are these revelations?
I think potentially very serious. As the Met Police told us, they're looking into this and they want to establish the facts to see if a criminal offence may have taken place. But I spoke to an inquiry lawyer earlier off the records, and she said it's not an open and shut case. It's quite complex. At the very least, she said it's undesirable. All the lawyers are going to be very busy over the next few days. At the very least, it'll cause more delays to an already delayed inquiry. But as we've seen in the Paragon development in West London, the Grenfell Tower is not just a Grenfell Tower problem. The inquiry is the reflection of the entire building industry. There are at least 700,000 people living in unsafe homes, and that's why Grenfell and the inquiry matters.
OK, Rags, thanks very much.